Okay, so this is about the Amiga Mini. As you can see from the title, we're looking at 3 reasons why you don't need one. That's not to say you shouldn't get one. I'd really like one myself. The Amiga Mini looks great from all the videos I've seen. I'll put a link down below to one from Real Generic Demon, who has kindly allowed me to use some of his footage in this video, so you can see what the Mini's all about. But we're not saying, hey, don't get one. We're saying you don't need one unless you really want one. If I could justify it, I'd be buying one right now. So don't think this is a hate video. It's definitely not. The Mini looks fantastic. The Amiga Mini, yeah, go and buy one if you can afford it, if you want it. If you don't, this is the alternatives that you could use. And we'll start off by showing Real Generic Demon and his unboxing and a little bit about the Amiga Mini that he's bought. And as I say, they do look good. I've seen a few videos, watched a few. I do like the Amiga. If you like the Amiga and you've got the money, go and buy one. If you haven't, we're going to show you 3 alternatives. Let's see what retro lover Real Generic Demon liked about his one.
For that in a second. Anyway, so we got the box. We got things shining away on the top here. We know that it comes with a controller and a mouse, a tank mouse, and this is a little small unit itself with a keyboard that doesn't actually function as such. You can plug one in. So I'm going to open it. All I've done is done the tape. I haven't seen anything. Oh wow. It's always a good start. I always like it when they do this. They did this with all the other ones previously. They basically put the device straight on the top with sort of a plastic cover, which is fantastic, and they literally put the device in there straight away, and it looks nice. It actually looks really nice. There's where floppy drive would have been back in the day. There's your lights. For one was the floppy drive light, and one was the power light, and it looks very much like a original A500. I can, there's 1, 2, 3 USB, so that's useful because that's 2 joysticks and one for the what's known as WHD load, which is the hard disk loading thing, so you can put sort of additional games on there, and of course there's the old power for it, and then the HDMI out and the on-off switch, which is pretty nice. I quite like it because it has copied all of the style of the original device itself. I'm not going to pop it open. It's not my style to pop it open necessarily. It depends on the device. I don't need to pop this open. Plenty of other people on YouTube have done that, so I'm not going to do that. So that's the device itself. So let's see what else is in the box. So I'll just put that to one side. We've got a quick guide. So how we turn it on, what we need to do, what's on the controller. That's kind of cool. I like that. Bits and pieces. And then underneath this layer, which has taken a hell of a bang, look at that. Taking out, if it will focus. Focus! You're not going to focus, are you? Focus. I had to record again because it wouldn't focus, but there we go. Focus. Focused on that one. So yeah, it's taken a bit of a bang, to be honest with you. Thankfully, the whole thing's been sealed. Ah, right, okay, and everything's labelled up here as well. So each one of these contains the various items that they had that goes with it. So this will be our controller. So this is like the CD32 controller from Amiga. That was a device that actually was very, very good, but didn't really sell very well, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest with you. And that's the control itself. Let's push the buttons. I quite like that, actually. Slightly smaller, I'm told, than the original one. That's alright. Home and menu. Not a bad little controller, that. I do actually remember the CD32, and I remember playing Speedball on it. It was one of the things I played on there. This will be our USB cable. It is. It won't come with an HDMI cable. That keeps the cost down, as they usually do. And then on this box.
So this is our first alternative. As you can see, it's WinUAE. This is a free program, free download. I'll leave a link down below if I can find the WinUAE site where you can download it, and you can set it up on your Windows machine. The only things you need are the kick ROMs. So the kick ROMs are available from Cloanto, Amiga Forever on the Android store. I know you can pick them up for a couple of quid and legally own the ROMs to use, the kick files, the kickstart ROMs, everything you need to put into WinUAE to get it started. You can do it the other way. Go and search on Google, you'll find them. They're around everywhere. kickstart ROMs, but that's not legal and it doesn't support any of the work that goes into WinUAE, whatever else. But if you use the Cloanto ROMs, pay a little money and it keeps the scene going. As I say, I use WinUAE. I've got a hard file, System HDF, which I've had kicking around for years. This has got a lot of games and stuff on it, so yeah, go and download WinUAE. You don't need Amiga Mini. As we said before, we're not dissing the Amiga Mini. I'd love to have one. They do cost a bit of money, so you'd have to think about a purchase, whereas this is all free, maybe a few quid if you're going to pay for the ROMs legally, which I do suggest you do. And so yeah, I'll show you quickly how good the Amiga emulation is on WinUAE, which is there you go, mine's starting up now. Yeah, that's my records down in the bottom right hand side, my NVIDIA recorder's going, and this is my hard disk file which starts up in Workbench. As you can see, we've got some folders on here. If you played the Amiga, you'll know how to use all this if you're an Amiga fan. So in play, I've got a folder called games. All my games are in alphabetical order. So for example, I don't even know what to show you really. Something like, see if we can find so yeah, this is running I think as a 1200, an Amiga 1200, but you can run all the various Amigas, even the CD32, on WinUAE, so you can basically play any version of the Amiga on your PC if you've got a decent one. It won't have any trouble, to be honest. It's been pretty good for quite a few years to play Amiga. So it's still loading up, still doing stuff. So we can now scroll along. Secret of Monkey Island is there, but as I say, this is a hard file that I go on now. I'm not going to go into any details about how you set up a WinUAE. There's lots and lots of good videos on YouTube, lots and lots of good tutorials. Hang on, let's go back and see if we can find Shadow of the Beast, because that's always a good one. So yeah, Shadow Warriors, Shadow Lords, Shadow of the Beast 3, Shadow of the Beast, Shadow of the Beast. Again, you can find all the games online. Set it up right and you can use them like this is, as straight from the hard drive files. There's various around, you can find hard drive files with games or whatever on. So there we go, this is Shadow of the Beast playing on WinUAE. You can play loads of games, all the Amiga games on WinUAE. Lots of other stuff for demos, if you were into the demo scene on the Amiga, WinUAE will play them. Really, just listen to that sound, that's the sound of an Amiga. So yeah, Shadow of the Beast. Show you actually playing. So atmospheric Shadow of the Beast, and you can go and play it. WinUAE, you don't need an Amiga Mini, and it's all free. You're saving quite a bit of money over the Amiga Mini. How do we start this now? Make sure I've got the not sure I've got my joystick set up on this yet. So yeah, as I say, this is WinUAE. It just plays everything you want to do. set it up, go and watch some tutorials. If you're well into it, you can set up lots and lots of different stuff, your own hard drives with whatever you want on. Use WHD load, which is a big thing on the Amiga Mini. They're on about WHD load. Well, WinUAE does it. Download the games, put them onto your hard file, and there you go. But yeah, as you can see, this is working. Yeah, let's not go in there. Go back this way. And there seems to be a lot trying to get us at the moment, does there? So, yeah, Shadow of the Beast playing on the Amiga. Like a can't get out of it. Typical. So anyway, yeah, that's that. That's WinUAE. I've just quit out of it, back into there. I could change some settings. As I say, go through some tutorials. You can set up WinUAE quite easily. No need for an Amiga Mini, and it's all free if you go the more dodgy route. Few quid if you want to actually buy the Kickstart runs and support the whole Amiga scene through Cloanto. So that's the first of them. So here's our second one, Amiga Forever. Go and support the scene. Support the Amiga Forever crew, Cloanto, and Cloanto put some money back into the scene with helping some of the other groups, but they also supply everything you need. You go and download Amiga Forever. Once you've paid for it, they've always got deals going on. Go and search them out. But Cloanto, if I just double click, it basically uses WinUAE, gives you a nice front end. You can add your own games and stuff in. So I've got this, they give you a few games to start you off. So as you can see, there's quite a few there just to start you off, but you can add your own. Yeah, and when you go to start something up, you'll get, this is a nice easy little interface. So say I want it to start tubing, double click it, it'll start up over here, and all your menus are there. It's really easy. Amiga Forever, literally install it and it's ready to go, and it uses WinUAE as its actual emulator. I think it has got some other emulators included, but and you can also buy a Commodore 64 one at the same time to do away with the C64 Mini, but let's not go down that route right now. But full screen, playback will switch, tells you everything as you go along. So here we are in tubing. So yeah, works really well. Client to Amiga Forever, and you can even put it on a CD and run straight from CD if you don't want to install everything, but it's so easy to install, just do it. Oh, that's shot. So yeah, tubing, not the best example of a game on the Amiga, but as it uses WinUAE, it's really good, and you can usually pick it up for between 10 and 20 UK pounds, so it's not expensive. So we get back into there, put it back down into a window. Amiga Forever from Cloanto makes the whole thing easy. No setting up to do for yourself. Got the systems all set up, a few games to save, add your own games. Again, there's lots of documentation out there, lots of videos to show you how to use it, and you know, it gives you hints and tips as you go along anyway. Let's try a demo scene, see what we've got in here. No, I never added it. I usually run Jesus on these, one of my demos I remember from the past, which we put on everything. But let's see an Amiga demo in action on here, and you can see, you know, here we go, this isn't going to work or something, but there it goes, we're off. Yeah, Cloanto's Amiga Forever, well worth a few quid, cheaper than an Amiga Mini. You know, it'll play all the games, it'll play all the demos, you can add your own in, go and find them online, you get everything you need, all the ROMs, all legal, no messing. Click on the install and it installs and done. Can't really get much easier. And again, I think you can use Commodore HD load games, which is being talked about by the Mini. Transformer by Permax on this demo. Don't know what it's doing now. So here we go. Kefrans 40%. Transformer demo. All your stuff. So it's a demo running in Cloanto's Amiga Forever. Yeah, this is second on our list. Ways to play the Amiga without an Amiga Mini.
Open the pod bay doors.
So this is it. And as I said, I'm pretty sure it uses WinUAE in the background. So you can get WinUAE free, but this just makes everything a lot easier. If you don't want to be messing around and faffing around with menus and stuff, then Amiga Forever from Cloanto is for you. Some of these demos are much better than this, but you know, if you're an Amiga lover, you know the demos, you know, what you will have seen their games and demos, and you can play them all through Cloanto's Amiga Forever for a few quid. Well worth it, support them, and yeah, just well worth doing. And we'll close that down. And yeah, so there it is, that's the front end for Amiga Forever. I've got the Plus edition because I've already bought from them before. I get discounts, so go and buy and you get discounts on the new versions as they come out. It automatically updates and everything, just easy. So that's our second on our list, and we'll go on to our third one in just a moment. And this is our third and our last alternative to the Amiga Mini. This is a Raspberry Pi 400. This can also be done on a Pi 4 or a Pi 3B, but not quite as well. So someone has given us Pi-Miga. I think his name's Chris Evans, I believe, something like that. Anyway, very nice guy. He's made an image you can download, put onto a SD card, and it will load up into an Amiga Workbench type thing, which I'll show you now. It loading and everything else. So this is on my monitor, and hopefully this will start up. There we go. That's excuse the shaky cam. I'm taking this directly from the monitor, but that's my Amiga 400 with the Pi Amiga image in for a Pi 4 stroke 400. Takes a little bit of time to boot up. It's got to run Linux underneath, or Linux, however you want to say it. It runs the, I think it's a cut down version of the Raspberry Pi OS. As you can see, Pi Amiga.
What's up?
And you get a nice little intro at the beginning. So yeah, there's your Amiga workbench. I'll try and hold it a bit steady, but over here we've got like demos, so all the demos by Abyss. I'll cancel that because I'm not going to run anything too much on here. It's not required. But also down the bottom he gives us iGame. So I'm trying to see around the camera here to, on my phone as I'm using as a camera. So iGame gives you all your games in a nice little folder. I'm using a scroll wheel on my mouse here, so that works as well. Really good, an excellent way to run Amiga on the Pi 400. It's called Pi Amiga, as you saw. Brilliant. So the guy's name's Chris Edwards. So yeah, Chris Edwards, who supplies the Pi Amiga thing. He's done a lot of work on it. Lots of videos showing you how to set it up and what you can do with it on his channel, which I'll try and link down below. But yeah, it's just another alternative way of running the Amiga without an Amiga Mini, and this has got loads of WHD games on it. Again, I'm not going to go into details. There's lots out there, but it is a good alternative because you can pick up a Pi for quite a bit less than you can the Amiga Mini, and by the time you've added a mouse and an SD card, you want like a, I think it's 64 gig SD card. Might be bigger, but there it is. Pi Amiga is another alternative to getting an Amiga Mini. And I mean, that's the Pi 400. That's all you need, a few cables. It's just, yeah, a great way of playing it, and a lot cheaper than an Amiga Mini. But again, don't write off the Amiga Mini. It is a great system. This is just another alternative way of doing it, and one I quite like, because you can turn it on, set it up, and you've got an Amiga. And not only that, but you can use your Pi for a lot of other things as well. You can run it as a desktop computer, loads of stuff. There's loads and loads of Pi projects out there, loads of stuff you can do with it, and you can also use it as an Amiga. So that's that, Pi Amiga on the Pi 400, another alternative to the Amiga Mini, and we'll be back shortly to sign off.